Will Trent's Ramón Rodríguez teases an intense Season 3 and Angie relationship update. The long wait is almost over. Will Trent Season 3 will finally premiere on Tuesday, January 7th, and the episode will answer some of our most burning questions after that jaw-dropping cliffhanger. At least, we hope so. To get a sense of what's ahead for the third bout of the series, TV Insider caught up with leading star and co-executive producer Ramón Rodríguez. Season 3 starts off with where we went at the end of Season 2. We just know he disappeared. We don't know where he went. We don't know what he did. And we learn that he went to rural Tennessee with him and Betty, and he kind of tried to start over. Rodríguez teased. We get to immediately see it's been a while. He doesn't look the same, he's not in his suit, he's not clean shaven, and so he's taking some time to kind of reflect and get away and start over and I think really ask questions if his life that he was pursuing in the GBI was right, and is this what he wants to be doing? And so it was a lot of self-reflection. He had to have that walk. Indeed, the new trailer for the season shows Will in much more casual gear than we're used to seeing him traipse around in, until Amanda Wagner, Sonia Sohn, comes in and demands he return to the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, where he belongs. It isn't until Amanda comes back in and tells him about this case that's happening that involves someone from Will's past that lures him back in. He reluctantly goes back. Rodríguez explained. Everything he's left behind, his relationship with Faith, Iantha Richardson, is really in terrible shape because he didn't let her know anything. We see that him and Angie, Erica Christensen, aren't even talking. She's no longer APD. And we see the moment when he walks back home for the first time, and he walks in his house, and Nico's upset at him. And we see that dining table that represented everything that was about his potential future with Angie, and that is no longer the case anymore. So we're kind of picking him up after the wake of his decision to leave, and a lot of those relationships we get to explore throughout the season and how they potentially get it back. His relationship with Angie, who has not only been his primary love interest in the series but also his oldest friend, is going to be particularly strained by his decision to turn her into the police for covering for Crystal's murder of her abuser. It's really rough in the first several episodes, and once Will and Angie finally do get to be face to face, it's not an easy thing. They both have their reasons for being upset at each other, and Will has his reasons of why he did what he did, and so it's really complicated, and hopefully audiences will be happy. Rodríguez said. What makes Season 3 unique, though, isn't just a settlement of the already existing dramas, according to Rodríguez. In fact, it's the newcomers to the season that really promise to spice things up for the crew. We have Gina Rodríguez coming in to play Marian Alba, ADA, Assistant District Attorney. We have new love interests coming in. We also introduced a great character of Raphael, who's someone from Will's past as well that Will somehow is indebted to from his childhood. Raphael is involved in criminal activity, and he's the leader of a gang that Will is investigating. And so it gets really complicated and it gets very personal. He teased. Where last season we felt Will was really haunted and exploring things from his past and his childhood, I think this one is a lot about where he's at now and what's happening. And we also have some pretty intense events that end up really affecting Will, and possibly forever. Rodríguez continued. Of course, even he knows that the primary draw is to find out how Will Trent's gutting decision to walk away from the love of his life will affect everyone in his inner circle. I think for audiences that have been watching, they'll be really excited to see what does happen with Will. How is he coming back? Where was he? How did he change? And what's his potential future with or without Angie? What does that look like?